What's going on? I'm Tivy and I'm trying to get to max level in every class, job, and limited job. This is not a difficult task to complete, but it is a long and tedious one, so to make this feel like a good use of time, I'm making videos of my progress. Last time, I did great work spreading the word of EXP all over the classes below level 50, but this time I wanted to tackle a quest that's been rotting in my journal for years. Since I did all this off stream, I decided I'm just going to make a quest guide out of it since I haven't seen any full videos of it. This is how to complete the Feast of Famine quest. The Feast of Famine quest involves catching 6 of the most difficult fish back in the A Realm Reborn days, but just because we have access to many new tools and abilities now, doesn't mean this quest is that much easier to finish. To begin, you will need to know what you are after. The 6 fish are the Endoceras, Helicoprion, Namitara, Shionsaurus, Kuno the Killer, and Neptodragon. While these fish can be caught in any order, the Feast of Famine quest will have you deliver the fish in certain waves depending on progress in the quest. Let's start with the first wave. Starting in the South Shroud, we have the Namitara, which can be found at any time in the Earth's found during thunder or thunderstorms. You will need glowworms to catch a fish called the Giant Takitaro, and this will give you a buff called the Fisher's Intuition. After you have that, switch your bait to topwater frogs until you reel in the Namitara. Hopefully, to make things a little bit easier to understand, I have created info charts so that you can take a look at these and get a rough idea of what you need to do in any situation. Moving on to the Helicoprion, you can find these in the Sigoli Desert fishing spot to the southwest of Forgotten Springs. You will need to make sure a few things happen before you can begin going after this one. First, they are only available between the times of 8 AM and 4 PM Eorzean time, as well as only being catchable when the weather has turned from either cloudy or foggy to the heat wave condition. If those things line up, then use a sand leech's bait to catch a storm rider that you can mooch, and hopefully you can reel in the Helicoprion. Last of the first wave is the Endoceras. The Endoceras can be found in eastern Lenosha at the Isle of Umbra South Shore fishing spot. For this one, you will need to arrive between 8 PM and 4 AM. The weather must also have been clear or fair and turned into overcast, wind, or fog. You are going to start with a spoonworm as bait, hook a moochable full moon sardine, and as long as the Coralacanthus doesn't take the bait, you might get the coveted Endoceras. With the 3 fish caught, all you have to do is go to Wawa Lago and turn them in. After a short talk, he will point you in the direction of Coerthus and Mordona for the next 2 fishing. The first fish up for the second wave will be the Shionsaurus. This guy can be caught at any time so long as the weather has transitioned from clear or fair to blizzard. This is found at the Witch Drop in Coerthus Central Highlands, and you're going to start with a honeyworm, get a moochable cloud cutter, then a moochable mahar, and finally the Shionsaurus. It's recommended that moving forward you invest in getting some skills like patience too to help increase your odds of large moochable fish. Moving on to Kuno the Killer, it can be found in the North Shards fishing spot for Mordona, and has the most complicated catching procedure. Kuno can be caught between the hours of 9 AM and 12 AM so long as the weather is gloom. Starting with honey worms to get a mooch chain of silverfish to goldfish to canavan to get the Fisher's Intuition to bring home Kuno. With that, you can go for another silverfish to assassin beta and finally Kuno the Killer. Note that if you have Fisher's Intuition and catch a goldfish off the silverfish, an assassin beta can still be mooched off the goldfish, so no need to reset the chain. With the 2 fish in hand, we return to Wawa Lago and get told about a dragon eating all the fish in eastern Lenosha. We head off to a ship just outside Costa del Sol to wrangle the Neptodragon. This final legend can be got at any time in the rain or showers. You will need to use northern krill to catch 3 little thalos for Fisher's Intuition. And once you have that, it's as simple as just using more northern krill until the final fisherman's mark is down. With all 6 fish collected, I can finally turn in this quest that's been rotting in my journal for years, and I am happy that at least I got 99 Aetheryte tickets out of it. That and these 30 achievement points, as well as this pretty sick title. It's finally over. Well, that's a bit of a shorter episode, but this is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, so I'm happy it's finally done. I got a lot out of it, and I'm just happy it's gone. If you watched this video all the way to end, and if you found it helpful at all, please give me a like so that I know that you're there, and I don't know, give me ideas to make more stuff like this. I appreciate you watching. Thank you and goodbye.